that a clash of styles between starting pitchers?
Clash of styles. I hadn't really thought about it, Tom. I would say both guys threw the ball really well. And I guess anytime one guy's left-handed, one's right, so there's a clash there, I guess. And so, but I think Mason Molina's got plenty of good stuff. I'm not gonna sell him short, so. I mean, I think he executed some fastballs and some sliders just like Rick did. So, but yeah, if you want to say right and left, Midwest guys, West Coast guy, on the mound. So you got right and left, you got West Coast, you got Midwest. So there you go. Clash.
And 101 versus 91. Although Molina
I would say I don't even look at that thing like when our guys are throwing much. I look to see if they hit the target most of the time, and I got to think he was probably better than that. So most of the time.
Given that,
What an arm though.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, given that he had 22 strikeouts in 12 innings before today, how did you feel about being able to do something against him?
Oh, you talking about their guy did? I didn't even look see how many he had. I
He
really
was averaging 2 strikeouts.
again was really excited about watching our guys compete against him. I think they were up for the challenge. I think they were going to plate to hit. I think they're excited about it. And I think he was really good. I think his stuff's really good. Really hard when I got those 101 to make good swing decisions sometimes. Sometimes you're going to swing at pitches you think are there and they're not. But the guys did a good job of, to me, being where their feet are through that bat for the most part.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Don.
I was going to say, and once you got him off the mound, then you kind of opened up on their bullpen.
Yeah, and I think Volker wasn't. I mean, again, he's a tough guy too. I mean, he's 93 with a good slider, and but yeah, I mean, anytime you're facing a guy like that, you're trying to do the best you can to have good long at bats, but there's a fine line there because you also want to hit the fastball when it's in the middle of the plate. So first time through the lineup, I think we'd seen 35 pitches. It wasn't quite where you want it. You want to have 5 to 8 to 9 pitch at bats if you can, and then you kind of got him really where you want him. But we're young, and he's good. And he had a lot to do with that. So.
Brecht went 106. That's his season high, and it seemed like he went to off speed a lot for a guy throwing 101. Is that a testament to kind of your guys' approach and what they're bringing up there?
No, I don't think so. I think his pitch that he commands the best is his slider. That's what it looked like on film to me. Now, I think he's got decent command of the fastball, good enough that he can start. But I think when he's got to make a pitch, he goes to slider. And because you got amateur hitters, they might even swing at it because they're geared up for the fastball. And it might not be that he has better or command of one of them, but he gets some swings at the slider because guys are getting started, hit the fastball.
When did Burns come out early?
He wasn't feeling right. So sometimes, things happen for a reason. I tell you, is all we could do to not put Hudson in the lineup going into the day. After catching last night, you're going, man, maybe give him a day. And but we were entertaining playing him at second before the game. And I was sure glad he was in there when the guy was standing on second, third, and less than 2 outs. I mean, he's had more at bats against that type of arm than Will has. So probably ought to need to go buy Will dinner, for that one.
So you said he wasn't feeling right. You mean it's more like a sickness kind of thing, more
Yeah,
something,
not feeling right. Yeah. Yep. It was kind of entertaining watching that guy, I bet, from y'all's vantage point. Man, I mean, did he hit 102?
I never saw him.
As far as the highest we saw was 101, right?
I saw 101 a lot on the stuff we watched. I mean, it was electric.
It looked like he was especially sitting 98, 99 when he threw the fastball for the most part. I saw a bunch of 98, 99.
Yeah, special.
Mason, what was working for you today on the mound? felt the best the last couple of days from some allergy stuff, but it was kind of just trying to battle with what I had. You know, stuff wasn't maybe as sharp as it was in Houston, but, you know, I just kind of went out there and tried to do what I could.
I know, obviously you've pitched in big games since you've been in the Big 12 for a year, but what kind of goes through your mind when you're throwing your stuff, you know, 90, 91, whatever, and the other guy's throwing 101? Are you any more amped up to match him?
You know, I'm weird in the way that I like to see who I'm facing on the other mound. So it was exciting to see, like, okay, I'm going up against a guy throwing 100. But no, I mean, I just kind of went about my business, trying to match him every inning, and, you know, just go out there and play my game, not try to pitch like him. So no, it was fun to watch though. That guy threw pretty good, and so, you know, it was a good game.
Mason, I'm curious from your first answer. I mean, do you not feel like you were great today?
No, I mean, I threw great, all right for me. I don't know. There's a couple things I wish I would have changed, but, you know, wish would have gone differently. You know, too many pitches, maybe something like that. But you know, do what you can with what you have.
Is that kind of you, like always looking at what you can improve?
Yeah, I mean, I
think
think that's what's gotten me here. You know, if like the game in Houston, I was a little bummed out that, you know, or a little disappointed in myself that third inning happened. But I mean, you know, you can control what you can control, but, you know, you can always want to do more. So.
Nolan, what was it like facing 100 miles an hour?
I mean, it's fun. I've never seen anything that hard, and that's as legit as an arm you're ever gonna face in college or professionally, honestly. And so, it was just a cool experience for me. Like, I just want to go out there and have fun and just go swing the bat. If I got a hit off him, cool. If I didn't, oh well.
So 5 years from now, when you see him on TV, you're gonna say, "Yeah, I got a hit on him."
I let off a game with that hit on that.
Yeah, I let off a game with a hit, and then got thrown out second because I couldn't find the ball run down.
I am curious about that. I mean, yesterday you started a little slower, kind of got going later in the game. Today, hit right off the bat. I mean, going into an arm like that, you got to be wondering, how's this going to go? And I mean, does that change your confidence and approach as you go ahead when you've already done it?
No, it doesn't change my approach at all. All it is me going up there with everything that I've worked on for the last 5 years and just trying to put it into practice. It doesn't matter what arm is out there. I'm still approaching the game the same way. I'm still trying to reach first base no matter how or what way. So, yeah.
What is? I mean, obviously we talked about the guy hitting 100, but what is it that when you see a pitch differential that he's throwing 87 to 90 on his slider changeup? When you have to be geared up to hit 100.
I mean, yeah, like when it's coming in that hard, that slider differential is really tough because you're geared up to hit that heater the whole time, and then you come in and he's not throwing the heater when you're sitting on that. So yeah, it's really tough, and the slider was really sharp too. He was a really good pitcher. It was one of the harder at bats I've ever had. So going in there, having him throwing primary sliders, which is weird when he's got 100 in his back pocket, is always something really difficult and something you have to stay locked in every single pitch and almost reset every pitch to try to adjust for that pitch differential.
With that said, once y'all got him off the mound and he kind of opened up there from sixth, seventh, eighth inning, how'd you feel just kind of about y'all's approach in the last 3 innings?
Yeah, I mean, our approach doesn't change as a team as soon as that guy gets off the mound. We were just trying to make him throw as many pitches as possible to get him off the mound, to get to someone who, to be honest, was more hittable. And the guy coming in wasn't bad at all. I just think we hit the ball really well. And so as soon as we see that guy get off the mound, it's almost like a breath of fresh air. Like, okay, we got this guy out of the game now. Let's go hit. So.
What's it like in the dugout for you guys as far as teammates of dudes that, like Maxie running into his first one, Tracer getting a triple? I mean, when those guys are kind of getting their first big swings like that, how does that team respond?
It's awesome. Yeah.
Super cool. I mean, this isn't Maxie's first time hitting a homer in this ballpark.
No.
He really, really swings the bat really well. He just started off a little slow, so we knew it was going to come eventually, and it was cool that it happened. And Tracer also has swung the bat really well in the past, and obviously started a little slower than he wanted, but no, it's really cool watching all those guys get their first and stuff like that. So
yeah, those guys are, even for how young they are, those guys are just as prepared as every single one of us in the locker room. Like they play the game a lot older than they look, and they're really good out there. And so they're going to be fun to watch as the season progresses.
What was the dugouts and what was y'all's reaction to Gavin Cash's 487-foot home run?
Oh my God.
It was hit really far.
He hit it, and I was like, oh man.
He hit it, and I looked at him, and then I looked up, and it was like 3 more seconds before it went over the scoreboard. I was like, that ball's
Yeah.
going a long way. I think me and I think it was Tracer made eye contact with like John Stroud. It was just like,
Yeah.
but no, yeah, that guy's got some pop. So it was fun.